straight from the booth. Brace for the truth, bass for the youth. I'm selling my albums, you should take something new with you.
Guys, this is Isaiah Jackson, also known as I&J, coming with what I call the good that happened off the stage and outside of the studio. This is Sunday, February 10th, 2019, already to this day. And I did some recording, did some editing, getting my 5th album ready. Still something else. Working at Advantage Record Studio, DJ Kid Magic Rock. And the good that happened outside of the studio and off the stage today was I had to get money from the ATM for the studio. I only had so much cash on me. I swipe it now. I use plastic. And so I went to Dollar General. Young brother up in there, they just opened up for the day. And I went in there and asked if they had an ATM. He said, no sir, but we do give cash back from the register. So I bought some extra polar ice and got my money, cash back. Said how much you need, because we can only do this so much basically. I only needed 30. And I gave myself a free plug. And I said, yeah, I'd have to pay for my studio time. He said, oh, studio time, you play instruments? I said, no, I'm actually on the mic. Oh, you're on the mic. Of course, I'm going to give myself a free plug and say, well, you're more than welcome to check it out. I have a business card outside. And he said, well, shoot. There were no customers in there at the time. He said, come on, I'll go ahead and follow you. And I said, I thank you for even taking the time to take a chance on this artist, because I have my salt and pepper. And with this being hip hop music, I look at y'all youngins. He's in his early 20s. I look at y'all youngins, and I have to admit the mainstream music is garbage. I'm not a fan of the bippity boppity boo style. Bippity boppity boo, bippity boppity boo. I'm not a fan of that. But the agenda is real as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, the artists are the nickel and dimers. Whether they make it selling gold, selling platinum, selling whatever. Those are the people on the corner. And if we're talking about a war on drugs and we get the person on the corner, then we just got a nickel and dimer. The community's changed. Well, as far as I'm concerned, the agency is the Reagan administration that put the doggone coke in the community in the first place by the kilos. And that's how I feel about the industry. The agenda's real. So with that, I'm telling this young man that I would have expected y'all to just skip over us old heads and say, y'all just haters. If we making money, we hot. Y'all had y'all time. Y'all time has came and went. There's nothing y'all can tell us. And he said, if I were 16, that'd be true. He said, me being 23 and the fact that my pops, shout outs to the pops out here. He said the fact that my pops played Tupac and artists from that era was just banging it repeatedly. He said I had to listen to it, and I have an appreciation for it. So I'm telling these young, and he said his brothers do as well. Some of his brothers are teenagers as well. So they got a chance to get a taste of that. I miss the revolutionary Pac. I always consider him like an enigma. very talented, very influential, very dedicated. I mean, golly, how many songs have we not heard from this brother? I just like, man, I missed the revolutionary pocket. Anyway, he said that he'll tell whoever he's not going to the concerts of these mainstream artists. He's not listening to the music of these mainstream artists because he's been hip to something better. So he'll talk to these 16-year-olds and so on. And I said that I thank you for that as well, because I may not be able to reach it. You know, it is what it is, but you will. You may get in the ear of these youngsters. So that took place. I get back to the studio, give the DJ the money, and I told him what happened. He immediately talked about this artist that, and I wish I knew his name. You know, I'm sure I can get it, but he played this song from this artist. First verse has skill. And I mean, I heard the chorus, murder, murder, gun sound, boom. And it's just like, okay, here we go. But everybody has a starting point. Golly, here we go. But when I heard the verse, I heard skills. So it's like, okay, I respect the skills, I respect the metaphors. When I heard the second verse, though, it was really, kid would say he was crying out. I have to agree. He was bearing his soul on that one. But one thing he said is, old heads tried to school him, but he didn't attend that class, metaphorically speaking. And there was nothing they could tell him. All they could talk about was, you know, their past. But he didn't really get that guidance. The streets raised him. And the streets guided him to this jail cell where he wrote this verse. And so I'm like, and yeah, you know, he's out of that. He's doing better. I mean, when the kid told me he's doing positive things in his life right now. But what I heard from that verse is, yeah, a young man bearing his soul. And I don't mind the rebellion with a cause. If somebody come to the table, and however they say it, however they say it, but if they come to the table saying, look, man, I wasn't raised, there was nobody there to help guide me, so I did what I had to do. I gotta eat as well. So what are we gonna do about that? That's well worthy of a panel discussion, and that's generational. And now that this young brother is alive, I think the gentleman who did the chorus to that song was brutally murdered. You know, may the Most High rest his soul. So this young brother, he's alive, he's doing positive things. I don't even know this artist, but I told Kid, please pass the message that I'm proud of him. The verse is worthy of a panel discussion. And due to the life that he's lived, he may reach people that others aren't able to, regardless of their commas behind their name, regardless of their income, regardless of their title. Because a person may be going through the exact same thing, and tell any one of these so-called high and mighty, what do you know about this life? Because if you don't know anything about it, you need to get up out my face with that cheap pep talk. And for there to be someone that says, actually, I do know about this life. And even as an elder, you know, if I were to say anything to him, the first book I read was Proverbs. And to me, Proverbs is like when you about to approach a freeway. And let's say you approach it and it'll say 75 north, Toledo, 75 south, Dayton. Meaning, you get on this freeway, go this direction, this is what's ahead. But if you go this direction, this is what's ahead. From there, I respect you as a young man. You're gonna make your own decisions. I can't tell you what to do. All I can tell you is this is the life I've lived. I'm gonna tell you the pros and cons of it because it's only right. I'm not gonna glorify something that was far from glorious. I can tell you the ugly side of it as well. That's what we elders, in my opinion, that's what we are to do to the generations that come after us. So that's the good I got out of it, just from having to go to the Dollar General and get money for studio time, because this was one of the times where I didn't have enough cash on me. So feel free to comment, like it, share it, do what you do. In the meantime, appreciate you listening. Peace.